Howdy ho, everybody on the interweb, boys, girls, children, grandpas, elders, ghosts, I don't know, I don't judge. Anyone can listen to my stuff. Oh, pathetic. Anyway, the big new thing that everybody I know is talking about is Pkmn X and Y. And the big thing they're talking about with X and Y is a new fairy type, which is awesome. I love it. I'm so glad they finally added a new type. I've been waiting for them to add a new type. And I think this is probably a very good choice because there's so much backstory and like unanswered question about fairy types or fairy Pokemon that they need to start explaining it, and they probably will this game. And if at the very least it nerfs dragons a little bit. There's a few Pokemon that have been confirmed to be fairy. Marill is confirmed to be water fairy. Jigglypuff is confirmed to be normal fairy. Gardevoir, which I hate, she was my favorite Pokemon. But, or he, I guess. No, she. I think you have to be a she. Gardevoir is my favorite Pokemon. But now it's Psychic Fairy, which pisses me off a little bit, but maybe I can still use Gardevoir. Also, it's heavily based on France, the new region. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the new region is called, but it's heavily based on France. You have the like hip European kid as your avatar and as your friends. I think one of the towns has like an Eiffel Tower in it. I actually haven't really looked at too much of the video. I've looked at enough. I've looked at the like gameplay and the whole like 3D rendering or the 3D camera angle, which is really cool. That I'm glad Pokemon is changing from the top-down, pixely, two-axis thing. So it seems like in some situations you can actually move on any axis. Don't quote me on that, but just from the video I've looked at, looks like with roller skates or something you can move along any axis. Okay, so the biggest Pokemon, or the most like Pokemon that stands out the most is Mewtwo. Mewtwo, or as I've seen it in most places, Mewtwo, so I don't know what they're doing with that. But Mewtwo is clearly going to be a new evolution of Mew and Mewtwo. I'm assuming it's going to come after Mewtwo because it looks big. It's not small like Mew. And I guess they're going to carry on that story a little bit, which is kind of cool. I've always loved that whole like genetic Pokemon thing and like how it goes wrong. And how like it essentially became vindictive and evil. Vindictive, not vindictive. Vindictive and evil. So, I don't know. Cool new piece of that storyline. The 3 Stardust. There's Chespin, which is cool. It's a little chipmunk with a grass hat. There's Fennekin, which I might play, which is a little fox, which I could see it having very cool evolutions if they do it right. And there's Froakie, which is like a cool looking frog thing. So clearly I'm a little bit partial to Fennekin so far, and maybe Froakie depending on what water types there are or what fire types there are. If there's a really cool fire type, which I haven't seen so far, I'll probably do Froakie. If there's a really cool water type, which I have seen so far, I'll probably do Fennekin. The legendaries. Their names. It's like Xerneas, maybe. Is this blue stag-looking dude with the like huge horns that like split off into branches. It's really cool looking. I hope it's like normal fairy or grass fairy or something. And then there's, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna spell it YVET or YVELTAL. Yveltal. And again, they don't have the typing, but hopefully it's a fairy dragon, maybe? I'd be impressed if they did fairy dragon. That seems like something they would shy away from. So, the other Pokemon that have been confirmed is Leo, which is the normal fire type. It's pretty much the Luxio of this game. Or the Sphinx. I forget what the first evolution of Luxio is. But it's essentially like the first evolution of that. It's just a little cat that's normal fire. There's Flabebe, or Flabebe, that is fairy type. And it looks like it might be grass type, but so far it's only been confirmed to be fairy type. It's like a little grass fairy, I guess, or a little plants fairy, flower fairy. There's Noivern, which is a flying dragon. It seems like it's probably going to be the type where you find the first evolution. It's hard to find early game. Or not early game, later game. And you have to really power it up. You have to like go out of your way to power it up. Because it'll be under level for the point you are at the game. So you have to go back and power it up somewhere. Like, I think every other game is done. Or in some ways it's going to be rare. But maybe not anymore, because now that dragons are less overpowered, they might actually put a low-powered dragon, or a low-level dragon in the game early on. You don't know. Still don't know. There's Talonflame and Fletchling. Fletchling seems like the first form of Talonflame. Fletchling is like a normal flying type, and Talonflame is a fire flying type. And I think there's going to be one in between, like Pidgey and Pidgeotto and Pidgeot. So, I don't know. Again, I'll confirm the speculation. There's Clauncher, which I'm probably going to play when I pick Fennekin. Is like the Crawdont or Krabby of this world. It's water, and it's probably going to evolve into dark water, I'm assuming, because it has like black stripes. Or maybe not, maybe they'll surprise us. They'll do like poison water or just pure water. I don't know. And then there's Skrelp, which is poison water. It's like a seahorse, horsey. Not seahorse, that's a real thing. A horsey on steroids and or crack. It's like purplish. Has a weird hat thing. And it's just like really elongated and looks like it's on crack. It's like droopy eyes and it's cool. I might even play that. There's Helioptile. I don't know. It looks like Parappa the Rappa if he was yellow and black and messed up a little bit. There's Pancham, which is fighting, and it's a panda, which is awesome looking. It has a little leaf in its mouth. So it might be grass fighting, but probably just fighting if they know what's good for them. There's Go-Goats, which is grass. Just grass. It looks like normal, but hopefully it's just grass again, because, I don't know, there's so many non-pures that I like pures every once in a while. There's Sylveon, which is pure fairy. I can tell you right now it's just going to be pure fairy, because it's an evolution, an evolution of Eevee. So those are always pure. Always pure. Anyway, sorry about that pause there. Your main rival seems to be Serena and or Caleb, depending on who you choose. It will be the opposite sex of your character. So Serena if you're a boy, Caleb if you're a girl. Or if you choose a girl or boy, because not everybody chooses their own gender, obviously. Trevor is going to be there. Oh, sorry. Serena and Caleb seem to be the classic rival. It's just going to be your rival that battles you and it's like, oh, I'm better than you. No, you're not. Yes, I am. That rival. And there's another one. There's going to be Trevor, which is probably going to challenge you mostly on your Pokedex. Maybe it's going to, like, he's going to capture the most exotic Pokemon. Maybe he won't be as good as battling or have as powerful Pokemon. They might be exotic. I don't know. All I know is from the description it says he loves his Pokedex and wants to be the first to complete it. There's Tiern, which is a big old dancer, apparently. And I guess he's going to be the breeder, the Brock/Tracy of this world that wants to breed Pokemon, or in this case, dance. Well, I guess Tracy wants to draw Pokemon, and breed, I think. I don't remember. He wants to just dance with his Pokemon. He battles to make new dance moves for them, apparently. And then there's Shauna, who, like, wants to help her friends! Yeah! And, I guess she's just gonna be there. She might just be another main rival where she just battles you and has no other real purpose. maybe she won't battle you at all. She might just be storyline. Who knows? The only gym leader that's been shown or announced, I don't know how it got out, is Viola. Apparently, she's a photographer. There's no type confirmed for her. And she's of Santaloon City? I don't know. That's all I can tell you. Santaloon City, no typing, and apparently she's a photographer. Okay, this is scaring me a little bit because I've seen no professor. There's gotta be a professor. There has to be a professor. If there's not a professor, I'm just so angry. Well, so far there's no professor. Maybe I missed it. The new systems are first of all and foremost, in my opinion, well, for multiplayer at least, it's a player search system, the PSS. It is a communication device in which you can have up to 3 friends, like 3 qualifications of people. There is friends, there's acquaintances, and there's passerby. So I'm assuming passerbys are obviously passerbys, people you've never played with. I'm assuming acquaintances are probably people you've played with twice, maybe? Maybe there's a limit or a minimum that you play with 2 or 3 times. And then there's friends who you probably either have to invite or like 10 times you play with them, something like that. And then for both maybe, but for sure single player, there's horde encounters where 5 Pokemon attack you. I think it's like of the same kind, sort of, because I've seen 4 Tauros and a Miltank, and those are very similar. So maybe like it's 5 that make sense together. Or maybe those are just the ones that are shown, and any 5 in the area can attack you, which could get messy real quick. But you never know. And then there's Sky Battles, which I think is only for trainers, which it seems like if a trainer is higher than you on the level, like physically higher than you in elevation, but you can still make eye contact, it's going to be a Sky Battle, and I guess you can only use the Pokemon that have Levitate or are Flying type. So I guess that could get messy for people without Flying types or anything with Levitate. So I'm assuming the trainers are going to have a full team and you're only going to have 1 or 2 at most with Levitates or that are Flying types. There's the new Amy thing, which you'll see. It's just you pet your Pokemon. It's like a Nintendo Pokemon, like Nintendogs with Nintendo Pokemon. It's cool. It's annoying that you have to do that to get like max power. It'll increase stats, which is so dumb. I don't know. I've never liked that. Maybe it's good, but I know it's gonna piss off the meta gamers, the end gamers, if competitive gamers is what I mean. If you have to do that. Because it's going to become a thing where, oh, how many hours did I pet my Pokemon today? Let's molest it all night. Because you can pet it anywhere. And I know the first place teenage guys are going to go is the crotch. I just know because it's funny to pet a Pokemon's crotch, I guess. I don't know why. But I know teenage guys well enough. So, finally, the thing you've probably been waiting for since I started running my mouth like a person who I shall not judge. I shall not judge myself because that is rude. But now, the release date is October 12th. That's straight from Nintendo, so I can probably you can probably guarantee it. They might push it back, but aside from that, that's as close of a dates you're gonna get. So it's been swell, guys. I hope I've helped you learn a little bit. If you've heard this all before, sorry. I had to deal with things before I could actually put this news out, but chip, cheerio, subscribe. Wow. Ending on a voice crack.